The sun was setting over the calm waters of the lake, casting a warm glow on the wooden cabin that stood on the shore. The cabin looked old and neglected, with peeling paint and broken windows. It was surrounded by dense woods, giving it an isolated and eerie feel. The Carter family had rented the cabin for a week, hoping to escape the stress and noise of the city. They had found the place online, advertised as a cozy and rustic retreat. The price was surprisingly low, but they didn't mind. They just wanted a change of scenery and some quality time together. They arrived at the cabin late in the afternoon, after a long drive. They unpacked their bags and settled in, eager to explore the surroundings. The cabin had 2 bedrooms, a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. It was furnished with old and mismatched furniture, but it had a certain charm to it. The family felt comfortable and relaxed. They decided to have a barbecue for dinner, using the grill that was outside the cabin. They lit a fire and cooked some burgers and hot dogs, enjoying the fresh air and the sound of the water. They ate and drank and laughed, feeling happy and carefree. After dinner, they went for a walk along the shore, admiring the beauty of the lake. The water was clear and calm, reflecting the stars and the moon. They saw some fish jumping and some birds flying. They felt a sense of peace and wonder. They returned to the cabin and decided to play some board games in the living room. They chose Monopoly, one of their favorites. They set up the game on the coffee table and started playing, having fun and teasing each other. They didn't notice the shadow that moved behind the curtains, or the faint creaking of the floorboards upstairs. They didn't hear the soft footsteps that approached the door, or the click of the lock. They didn't see the figure that entered the cabin, holding a knife in its hand. They were too busy playing Monopoly, unaware of the danger that lurked in the dark. The figure moved silently, making its way to the living room. It watched the family from behind the couch, studying their faces and their movements. It recognized them, even after all these years. It remembered them, and what they had done. It felt a surge of anger and hatred, mixed with a twisted sense of justice. It waited for the right moment, then struck. It stabbed the father in the back, making him scream and fall to the floor. It slashed the mother's throat, making her gurgle and choke on her blood. It stabbed the son in the chest, making him gasp and clutch his wand. It stabbed the daughter in the stomach, making her cry and writhe in pain. It stabbed them over and over, until they stopped moving and stopped breathing. It stabbed them until they were dead. It dropped the knife and looked at the carnage it had caused. It felt a pang of satisfaction and relief, as if it had accomplished something important. It felt a sense of closure and revenge, as if it had settled an old score. It smiled and whispered, "I told you I would find you. I told you I would make you pay. You killed my family, and now I killed yours. We're even now." It turned and walked out of the cabin, leaving behind the bodies of the Carter family. It walked back to the lake, where a small boat was waiting. It got on the boat and rowed away, disappearing into the night. The cabin was silent, except for the crackling of the fire and the dripping of the blood. The Monopoly game was still on the table, unfinished and forgotten. The secret of the cabin was revealed. The secret that the Carter family didn't know, but the figure did. The secret that the cabin was the site of a brutal murder, 20 years ago. The murder of a family of 4 by a family of 4. The murder of the Figures family by the Carters family. The secret that the figure had survived and had sworn to avenge its family. The secret that the figure had tracked down the Carters family and had followed them to the cabin. The secret that the figure had waited for the perfect opportunity and had killed them all. The secret that the figure was the son of the murdered family and the cousin of the Carter family. The secret that the figure was the lake house killer